conversation? I don't know why you guys want to talk to me when I'm trying to fix things.
I know.
Everything.
Yeah, you gotta. Oh my god, this is the best show ever.
There we go.
Really?
Now they can
Yeah.
hear us. Let's try that again.
Yes.
This is PSVR GAMESCAST Live, where we film live every Tuesday afternoon, not at midnight, but at noon Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
And we tried our damnedest to talk about PlayStation VR games. What? You can't hear you. No, I turned your mic off. They can hear me.
Yeah.
They can't hear you guys.
No.
I'm running this show.
I'm communicating telepathically.
Okay. I always say telekinesis when I mean to say telepathic.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, I'm communicating telekinetically.
Telekinetic.
I'm so
capacity.
tempted to run with this bit the whole show, but
But what? But it's
Yeah.
already old?
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, I pointed it out, so
Yeah, we try our hardest to talk about PlayStation VR games, but we get off topic a lot because we just like to hang out and talk about.
well, he tries his hardest to talk about
anything.
PSVR games, and we drag this
Yeah.
show screaming to the ground.
Let's take care of a little bit of housekeeping. Oh, I'm Brian. That's Des, and that's
Hello.
Jeremy. A little housekeeping.
Hi.
Make sure you head on over to our community
not
tab
worth it.
on the PlayStation 4. Search for PSVR without Parole GameCats. GameCats all one word. And join us on over there. It's fun to talk in the comment section of our videos, but man, it's a never-ending conversation over there. Also,
Yeah.
It is getting louder.
hey, I don't know if you guys can hear the
All right,
siren.
we'll do it. Oh. I don't like to slap at Des very hard.
That's all right.
It's just a little one. Just to feel the warmth of his cheek against my hand.
Ooh, I didn't shave today though, so
I loved it.
I did.
you did.
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
It still looks
I
good.
love that.
It's great, right?
I know it's awesome and it looks great. I am so jealous of everybody's goddamn beards
It
because
gives
this
us some
is shit.
gravitas.
It sucks.
I'm looking on camera to see
it's
the
fine.
Yeah, what's wrong
I
with your
am
beard?
part of Middle Eastern descent. My grandfather is so hairy, and I have barely any hair on me. I can barely grow a beard. I see you grow this in about 11 days.
I mean,
and
it looked this way last week. So
this is like
It's about 4
years.
days.
I just trimmed the length. You've got several different shades. It's awesome. You got the white right here, which is
Well, you
fucking
got a little bit
classic.
there.
I'm getting well. I'm gray everywhere. It's just really hard to tell. And you've got the dark here, and then it's like a lighter brown. Perhaps maybe because it's shorter. I don't know, but that leaves the mystery. It's tight.
That leaves the mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my winter look.
Yeah.
My winter look is I don't feel like getting my hair cut.
I don't know.
feel
You
like
had a beard
shaving.
last winter or the
Whoa.
one before that.
I usually go a few days and then I can't take it anymore. But
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I'm just dealing with it.
It's good. You
What's
should.
up? What are we missing?
Mike Kennedy, anyone know what happened to PSVR Frank?
Yeah, he got a job.
Oh yeah, he's. Still
Oh,
he's
okay.
the-
I thought there
the
was something
community-
else.
No,
Okay.
Frank got a job on the West Coast in
Yeah.
LA working for First Contact Entertainment, and
Right.
his channel, from what I understand, I haven't been keeping up, is basically being run by other people, like doing news segments and reviews and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point, like once his life settles down, he'll get
Right.
back and you'll see him again.
I just thought it was maybe like something happened like,
Physically,
that we
yeah.
didn't know about. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
so
it's very possible.
yeah.
I don't know shit about
Right.
any
Yeah.
other YouTube channel. And the worst part is I'm in a Twitter chat. I'm in a Twitter DM chat with all of the other PlayStation VR YouTube channels.
Yeah.
And I don't know shit about anybody because I can't keep up. That chat is running 24 hours a day. And if you drop in, good luck getting out.
Okay.
Like, because there's just nonstop conversation. I'm like, I should go to bed. I can't jump in on this.
Yeah.
So sometimes I lurk and see what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
Most part, I'm just like, I don't have time. I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we talk about? I introduced you guys.
Yes.
We told about the community.
Talk
Yeah.
about the community. Did we talk about?
Awesome moderators.
Yes.
A lot of moderators. Thank you to all of our moderators. I'll call them out by name, but there's so many now I forget somebody.
There is
Yeah.
a ton of them. Yeah.
And I want a public apology to Jay Dow, who actually sent an introduction for PSVR GamesCast Live. We don't really do different introductions for the show anymore.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to have time, but last night I took a nap because I was going to take a nap from like 12 to 3 a.m. And then get up and finish my Fisherman's Tale review. Instead, I woke up at like 9 a.m.
Oh shit, Brian.
And that gives me no time to do anything. So I had just enough time to put a viewer takeover together and get ready for you guys to show up, and then here we are. So Fisherman's Tale review coming later today, and we'll use Jay Dow's intro next week.
All right, sweet. Something to look forward to.
So Adrian Vieta
Hey, Adrian.
has asked like at least twice.
Oh.
Are you ever going to chop the mohawk?
am I ever going to chop it?
Yeah.
No, because people hate it. No, especially when people have been watching for a long time and they're like, oh, you got a bald spot and a mohawk. It's time to fucking grow up. And I'm like, that's just fucking motivation to keep it going.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I refuse to get old.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, this is the first time I've had a mohawk in my life, and I'm keeping it.
What are you supposed to do? Get one of those 1950s do? Is that what you get when you're older?
I like that idea.
A beehive. Yeah. Nobody's rocks
Pompadour.
a beehive
Is that what it's
anymore.
called?
Well, the pompadour is the one that kind of floppy in the front. Yeah, the beehive is the
Yeah, for the
Cape
woman,
Pearson.
right?
Yeah, the B-52s. Yeah.
Yeah, I have my friend, not my friend, but somebody I went to grade school with, Nina.
Not
Her
my
mother.
friend.
Not my friend.
But he's
My
very
mortal
clearly,
enemy.
Clearly saying, let me tell you a story about this person that we were not friends.
No matter what Nina says.
Don't listen to Nina. I haven't seen her in 29 years, but I'm telling you, we weren't friends. But her mother had a beehive. And her mother, I do remember in grade school, every time she got her lunch, her mother used to draw every day and with a little note of how much she loved her daughter in the day.
Oh.
But it was like extraordinary like artwork.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I don't like her. My mother didn't do that. No, I didn't not like her. I'm just kidding.
Hypnotoad says the mohawk rules. See, it's comments like that makes me want to shave it.
Yeah.
You know, I've always gone against the grain. I've never actually enjoyed. I don't know. I mean, I was never a cool kid. I never fit in. I was always like the nerd, and like, you know, I wasn't even cool amongst the losers in college.
Yeah.
In high school, I was in college. College is kind of a different story.
Yeah.
Did a lot of drugs. Sold a lot of drugs. I was very popular in college.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like I don't want to fit in with anybody.
I loved high school. I had a great time.
I had a bowl haircut at one point in my life. Frequencies illuminated saying I should get a bowl cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can before we even like start the show up?
Yeah.
Which I mean we started the show up, but 8 goddamn minutes. Can we get a postmortem on your experience with Resident Evil 7 last night?
Yeah.
I want to hear like you didn't have comments.
No.
So you're kind of playing solo. You didn't feel like there were people with you. Was it scarier than the first time?
All right, so yes. So my whole time getting ready for the game, I even said to Mad, like he commented to me or had sent me a message, and I said, "Oh, it's comforting knowing you're there, anyways." Right, and then fucking X amount of time later, I fire it up. Right, I give it a few minutes to wait to see if like when people jump on, I'm not seeing nothing happen. So I'm like, all right, maybe comments are off or whatever happened. Hey, we got to stop. Gamer Jeffro.
Whoa.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Gamer Jeffro.
You guys are awesome. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, for anyone new to the
Exclamation
channel,
point.
we will stop anything we're talking about and read any tip that comes across.
Pretty much.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much for your generosity, Gamer Jeffro.
Yep. And so I didn't see any comments. So I looked at my phone and I saw I was live. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to roll with it. And then a few minutes later, I checked the phone again. And then I see, hey, just a heads up, the chat is broken. So I'm like,
And thanks to Madman, actually, Madman liked the game cat.
Yeah.
Because
wow.
he sent me a DM saying, I don't know if Jeremy knows that the chat's broken. And I was like, oh crap, I never told him that it might be broken.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize the stream had started. Because I'm not getting notifications about YouTube either, apparently. And
Yeah.
I own the channel.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that's thanks to Madman is the only reason you got a text message.
Yeah,
And the only
thank
reason
you.
I knew the stream started.
So yeah, I mean, it was a little bit more nerve-wracking knowing nobody was there, so to speak. Like I couldn't fall on anybody. So I just had to roll with it and let my brain do its thing and focus, Jeremy type focus, which is not a normal type of focus. So
Nothing Jeremy is normal.
but it definitely made me kind of more pay attention to the game. So I was able to just like move around a little bit more. I mean, the progress, I didn't make anything. I think I made more
Did well.
last night than I would have if there was chats,
Yeah, I think you did well.
because the chat is distracting, but I like that.
Yeah,
But-
sometimes I'm talking to people and I'm answering questions rather than playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes me, and like a lot of times I'm just talking because I know somebody's out there watching, so it's making me not like too much pay attention to what I'm actually physically doing. Wolfie!
Oh, hey.
Wolfie
I'm
Smith,
not
the
a
game
pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's son, and I have to keep on plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucking's done.
That,
Thank you.
And
that
that is
apparently is a test. We said we'd read anything,
Yes,
any
clearly.
tip that came across.
Yep.
He's testing our abilities.
Yeah, and I give him a good. He came up with a good sentence.
Thank you, Wolfie Smith. Very
Yeah.
much appreciated.
There's been a whole sub-theme talking about different hairstyles and what you should or shouldn't do. The only one I'm going to read, because I agree, is Frequencies Illuminated. Get the Misfits hairstyle. Brian could pull that off.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
You're like halfway there anyways, right?
Whoa, we're halfway there. But scarier.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I definitely found it more scary because at times, like, I don't know. I just definitely got freaked out. It was more immersive. I was more in the home than I was more just streaming. You know, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it was creepy. It was tense, and although now it's like starting to get like, you know, just a few minutes earlier, I was thinking like I want to play. I can't till Monday. So like I like had the thought like I wanted to progress, but now I got to wait until Monday.
Yeah.
But it's something to look forward to because I've always loved Resident Evils. I can't say I've beat every single one, but a good majority of them, except this one. I've never done this one. Or 5. Can we not count 5?
Kind of well, but 5 and 6 were
Gears of Resident Evil, Resident Gears.
Yeah, I could have done it without him entirely.
Grenades, you know.
Yep.
I only accepted grenades in part 4 had grenades, right?
4.
Or they had more the.
Hey, that guy's Will.
I don't remember. Hey, Will.
Yeah. But anyways, so yes, it's awesome. I'm definitely enjoying it, and I'm curious to see what game will be after when I finish this one in a couple years.
Yeah, it's gonna take forever.
Yeah, it's gonna take a long time.
Year-long series.
Yeah.
By the time you're done, the next one will be out.
True.
All right, guys. So let's get a move on here.
Moving right along.
I apologize to anyone who's expecting the show to be thought out or presented well because
you are on the wrong channel.
You're on the, you're on the wrong channel. First of all, and second of all, I woke up late, so not only did I not get my Fisherman's Tale review done, I did finish playing it, so we'll talk about that later. But I didn't get to set up the show, so I don't have all the trailers ready. But let's talk for a second about the games that are coming out this week.
Hey, Bloody Bobby's here for his 5 minutes.
Oh, Bloody
Bobby's
a good one.
Bloody Bobby!
All right. I apparently do not have the trailer for Fisherman's Tale ready, so let's talk a bit about Fisherman's Tale.
Yes.
Shall we?
All right. Fisherman's Tale, I was trying to explain the concept to Des before we started the show. It is like super difficult to explain.
Yeah.
You are a fisherman puppet, right? And you live in a lighthouse, and you have built in your lighthouse a model of your lighthouse, and it's an exact replica.
Like Beetlejuice.
One day, you open your window, and you see out, instead of seeing the ocean that should be outside, you see a gigantic version of you, just his back,
cool.
and you're like, wait a minute, this is me. And so you turn around and you go, wait a minute. You like open up the model lighthouse, and you look inside, and there's a little tiny version of you doing exactly the same thing. Yeah. And so this is the puzzle mechanic. You're like passing stuff from like the big world to the small world and vice versa. Sometimes you're taking things out of the model little lighthouse, and you're interacting on different levels to the point where like I finished the game and it still hadn't quite clicked.
Yeah.
But here's the downside.
Yeah.
This is an amazing game. It is $15.
Okay.
And it is 90 minutes long. When I did my live stream, I got through. They only allowed you. The embargo was for the prologue, chapters 1 and 2. And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, this is gonna be the first hour of like maybe a 6-7 hour game.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why would they let me play more than half of the game?
Yeah.
They let me play more than half of the game. The live stream was about an hour. I struggled a little bit with some of the early puzzles, and then I finished the other day. I did chapters 3 and 4 and then the epilogue, and it was like only another half an hour on top of that. I was like, whoa.
Game looks awesome. I watched very little actually of that because I immediately was like, this looks like a game I would love to fucking play.
My warning for people, and I'm going to put this in my review explicitly, don't watch anybody's live streams, including ours.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to ruin like 90% of the game for yourself.
Yeah.
But the mechanic is so cool. $15 for 90 minutes is a little expensive, but I think it's worth it. I think it's an idea that I've never really seen done this well before.
Well, that was my question. Is like unique and different enough where the $15 is worth it, or do you feel kind of ripped off?
I don't feel ripped off.
Okay.
I did get a review key, so I didn't actually pay for it. But if I paid $15, I would have been like, that was a very cool experience. I would recommend to everybody, as long as you're aware of the downfall. And the only downfall being that it's so short.
It's a neat mechanic between the puzzle and the outer you and passing things along. Their items, I don't want to give it away. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Part of Resident Evil, actually, too, is I don't know the conclusion. I don't know anything. So when somebody said something last week, wait until he's at, like, the bug house or something like that, I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Oh, wow, that's right. You haven't been very far at all.
So Medcat is asking any replayability.
So that's, again, another part of the review coming up. I'll save you guys some time waiting for that. Is that if you're a trophy hunter, trophy hunters are going to love this because there is a platinum.
Okay.
And you can probably get the platinum in like 2, maybe 3 playthroughs.
Oh, all right.
So like in just 4.5 hours maximum, you can have another platinum trophy.
Yeah.
There are collectibles, these little pearls, I think that they call them. They're just like scattered around the environment.
Yeah.
I was like, you're like, oh, there's one, grab it. You know,
Yeah.
there's a few in each level. You find all those, get some trophies. And then there's also a trophy for interacting with as few items as possible.
Oh.
Because it's very much a game, job simulator style,
Where
where
you
you
just
just
pick
want to
up
pick
everything,
everything
yeah.
up and
Yeah.
throw it. And that feels great.
Can you pick up like almost every object?
Almost.
Okay.
There are certain things that are just glued down for some unknown reason.
But those
like,
objects could or could not be part of a puzzle type of.
No.
Okay.
Pretty much, there are a lot of extraneous things like that you don't need to interact with that you can pick up and throw.
I see.
And there is a pretty cool go gadget arm mechanic.
Okay.
Where you hit the triangle button, I think, and so you don't have to ever duck.
Okay.
There's no duck button, and you don't have to duck in real life to grab something that's on the floor. You just push a triangle, and your arm stretches really far out.
Okay.
And then you can grab something off the floor, and then hit triangle, and bring it right back to you.
Huh.
It's kind of, I expect you to die light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Very, very good. What's up?
so just a quick one that went by that I want to kind of get to. Brothers Clash said his wrist hurt, his or her, I don't know, wrist hurts whenever they play Beat Saber. And I was just like, you shouldn't be, if you're keeping your arm stationary and doing this, then yeah, you're going to have a problem. So it's really meant kind of do the full like bend at the elbow, and you actually get more points that way too. So kind of keep your wrists locked a little bit and use your arms more for the action. That should take care of that for you and get you better scores.
You also be careful, man. You don't want to end up with carpal tunnel because you play Beat Saber.
Because I'm just thinking if you're trying to play and get that maximum swing with just your wrists, no question why your wrists are hurting.
Kind of like with drums. You don't want to use your
Yes.
whole hands. You get tied. You're supposed
Yeah.
to use the spring and everything
Yeah.
in the fingers. And
Yeah.
Guys, Fisherman's Tale launched at 15% off, so it's only $12.74.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, like that, I know it's not much cheaper. It's like $2.25 cheaper. It's worth it.
Yen,
I'm glad there was a
Yeah.
launch discount.
Yen Stark, love you guys. You're the best VR channel ever seen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The new developer interviews are so sympathetic. Awesome, guys. Greetings from Germany.
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 Nice.
Germany's awesome. I
that's
loved
okay.
Germany.
Yeah, it was something I think Brian was really kind of hesitant, unsure about with the interviews, but there's such a great response that
Yeah.
The interviews at first I was people were asking me like how it started and Parole from Carbon Studio was saying like, hey, if you ever want to interview anyone on the team, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe. And then later he's like, hey, just checking in if you ever want to interview. I was like, okay, maybe,
Yeah.
and he pushed a little bit to the point where I was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I don't have and when we did it, I didn't have the setup at all. I didn't have the music. I didn't have the background, nothing. And so I was like, I'm just going to throw a green screen up. I'm going to start the camera.
Yeah.
I just installed Skype. I never used Skype pretty much ever because I use FaceTime on my phone.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to get Skype working on my computer. It did not work.
Yeah.
It did not work. And so if I looked irritated or frustrated at all, it was because I'm talking seconds before the interview was supposed to start, nothing was working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally everything kind of came together last minute.
It's how almost every episode of everything we do here is. It's like, hello everyone.
Oh yeah, no, behind the scenes this place is a total disaster.
And there's for no reason something will not work.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
we even started today's show with no sounds. It
Yeah.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
Dan K, we were talking about Fisherman's Tale.
Yeah.
And also Pablo Durain. I know this is asked a lot, but need tips for motion sickness. I can't even play Borderlands 2 without teleportation. Greetings from Costa Rica.
Hey.
You're the guy to talk to.
Yeah, so if you're just starting out kind of on your VR journey and you're like I was, it was a long time before I could play anything without teleportation. It is just kind of an exposure thing. There are some games that are better for it than others. So I would just say stick with teleportation for now. And it's actually kind of cool. Borderlands is kind of cool teleportation. But yeah, there's no way to it just to do it.
Yeah, people say all the time, "Oh, just push through it," and you're gonna make
Yes.
yourself sick.
Yeah.
And also you're gonna unintentionally make yourself hate VR.
Yeah.
Your body and your brain always want to avoid the things that make you sick.
Yep.
Yep.
So whether you know it or not, you're gonna start disliking VR just because it made you sick and you decided to push through it.
Right?
Yeah. So just if you feel yourself getting a little nauseous, just back off. Try something else that is okay. And eventually, it took me 2 2.5 pretty much from launch. That I'm still. There's still games I have to back off of, and as we talked about, even in Borderlands, some of the vehicles I cannot drive. But you'll get there eventually, I guess.
It's like drinking. I'm not a fan of drinking. I very seldom drink. But if you drink, you don't want to push through. It's like, oh, you're getting drunk, keep drinking. You're feeling dizzy, you won't in a minute, keep drinking.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get sick, and you're not going to like it, and it's going to be more difficult to go back to it. And it's like anything.
I've never had this experience with alcohol. Every time I've ever drank in my life, I'm like, I just want to fucking drink more.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, just keep pushing through it.
Oh, bed spins?
I would wake up, and this is why I don't drink anymore. For anyone new to the channel, I've been sober for 5 years. Thanks. I would wake up and feel hungover, and there's usually a bottle of vodka sitting next to my bed, and I'd just be like, I'd grab the bottle, because I don't like mixing vodka with things. Just take a few pulls out of the bottle, straight, warm vodka.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, time to start my day.
Yeah.
Everything's better now. A little buzz. Yeah. More alcohol is always better until you have too much, and then it's no good at all.
We got the extreme side. So, like the Desiree side. Very little drinking.
The normal side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to treat it kind of like that. You know, you don't want to push it too far. You just want to do a little bit and then take a break and then go back to it another day. And you'll keep getting your what do they call it? Fisherman's
Your sea legs?
Sea legs. Thank
Fisherman's feet. I like that better.
Fisherman's feet.
Dead Ringer, the Gamecast, asked if Guns and Stories are worth the $12 price tag. And I got to say, probably not.
Yeah.
Not currently.
No. I'm glad it's cheaper than it was. It's just not. You've played all of this before.
Yeah.
In better versions.
Let's see your what's Cat Scratch Fever. What's his name?
I don't know.
Ah.
JD reminds everybody, make sure you set your IPD in the settings. If you do have motion sickness issues, check your IPD settings and then actually measure your pupil size using your camera, and that will definitely help some motion sickness, some headaches. Also, God, I forgot who keeps recommending this. The brightness settings. Apparently, lowering the brightness of your PSVR display can actually help with motion sickness as well.
I've never tried that. Okay.
So maybe give that a shot.
Interesting. There was one comment that went through to get us back on Fisherman's Tale. Floor Plan versus Fisherman's Tale. Which one would you recommend?
Fisherman's Tale.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both great games.
Yeah.
They were Fisherman's Tale lasts about 90 minutes. Floor Plan lasts about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're I think Floor Plan's priced accordingly. I think it's maybe $5 or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's super cheap.
Yeah, they're both great. I just think I just enjoyed the mechanic of Fisherman's Tale puzzles that much more.
All right.
Hey, while you're looking that up, Adrian Valila.
Yeah, $6 for Floor Plan.
He was asking, are we satisfied, happy with the PSVR content the PlayStation Store has brought us so far? Why or why not? I mean, haven't they brought us everything, though? I mean, don't they pretty much, release all of it?
I don't think that's what he's asking.
No?
Yeah, just
he's asking
overall the content.
Are we happy with PlayStation VR's catalog?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that they were offering on the store. So I guess yes. I mean no and yes. It's like a new. Do I want a flying car? Yeah. Every time I drive one, I want it to be fucking flying.
Yeah.
But it'll get there someday. I might not be alive. I might be dead. But so with the sense of the VR, do I want more? Of course I do. Am I happy with what's out now? Well, yeah. Do I want more? Yeah. It's kind of a developing, tough to answer question.
I think it's easy to forget that we are literally on the cutting edge of electronic entertainment right now.
Yeah.
We're on it's still, it's 2.5 years old now or 2 years old now. But it's still that's nothing as far as development cycles go. So we are still in the very experimental stages. So yeah, would it be great if every big AAA title that came out had a VR component, if there was stuff? Yeah, that would be great. That would be the flying car.
Yes.
Right? But I think what I do like is the fact that Sony and the PlayStation Store are encouraging all these indie developers, are doing what they can behind the scenes to get these PC VR titles over to us, and actually cranking out some exclusives as well. So
yeah, Ted Nugent, go on. Sorry.
Could it be better? Absolutely. Could it be worse? Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent.
I was trying to think of the name before.
I feel like I met him in an airport one time.
Wango Tango.
I'm sorry.
Cat Scratch Fever.
Cat Scratch Fever. Yeah, it's Ted Nugent.
Yeah, I don't remember why that.
People I don't listen to. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. He's on interviews. He's But you met him, huh?
He's is he like Southern and very very NRA.
Yes.
Folks?
Yes.
Yeah, I did meet him. I was coming back from think I was coming back from San Francisco, and I was sitting in an airport. I was sitting
What a
right next to
treat.
him and didn't know
Yeah.
who he was.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, and then there were all these people, like, in a little crowd, like 10 feet away from us.
Yeah.
And they were all, like, kind of looking over at us. Well, not us, him.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was...
Are you Brian from Without Parole Games?
That would be
Oh,
hilarious.
somebody answered Ted Nugent as well. Durant fan.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
B,
and Hack BMX. Go on.
and B, this was way before Without Parole was a thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this was like at least 5 or 6 years ago. And I was like, what is going on over there?
Yeah.
And he leans in and goes, one of us is famous.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And so all these people came over, and I was like, I'm totally in the way. And I literally, I was like, I didn't even say nice to meet you or anything. I just got up and walked
I'm out
away.
of here.
And then listening to the conversation, I learned who he was, and I was like, I still don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is kind of a graceful way to handle it, though, for him. That's I have very differing opinions with him politically, but that's a pretty
That was pretty good.
pretty suave move.
There was a lot of comments talking about like what needs to advance on PlayStation VR to make it better. I'm very, very happy with what we have currently.
And it's getting better and better and better.
Better and better and better.
Yeah.
I think I'm always confused when people say that the screen door effect ruins like the game for them, because I feel like if you give a game a chance, like 20 minutes in, you're like, you don't see that anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Right? It's something like I started playing PlayStation 2 games again just recently for no apparent reason, and I tried to play Silent Hill 2. And I remember that game looking so good.
Yeah.
And I started up and I was like, I don't think I can play this because it looked so bad. And about 20 minutes in, I was fine.
Yeah.
You just kind of acclimate. You get used to it. And
Yeah.
But with VR, you get this extra level of immersion that really makes you forget. Like you're not looking at your phone. You're not like playing. You're not doing other things.
There's not all these
You're in that
distractions.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and we've said many times before, like graphical fidelity is the least important thing as far as what makes a good game. Like I don't need to count the bullet casings running out of the gun to make sure, see if this is a good game or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And the screen door effect, do I see it? Of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, I push it out. It's kind of like, it's just one of those things you deal
Wait,
with. It's
what?
kind of like, pressing buttons. I got to press the
Are you
buttons.
okay,
to play a game.
Joystick?
Uh-oh, what's happening?
Joystick Guru, sorry I'm late. My truck flew off into a ditch inches away from a pole. Many sad faces. Are you?
Wow.
Yeah, are you okay?
I'm like, are you okay? Are you like in this area that get hit by this winter storm? Because be safe out there, folks. It's still like a day later. The roads are still really awful.
Maybe he's trying to let us know that flying trucks are a thing. Maybe not flying cars.
that has to be
flew
that,
off.
Sure.
I'm sure clearly.
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
anyways, I hope he's all right, and I hope the poll's all right because he missed it by inches.
Yeah, no.
I'm glad you made it though.
And we're very, he's like, I'm in the hospital right now.
Get the thing out of the ditch.
Yeah, gotta go check on the Gamescast.
Yep.
All right, and I think A Fisherman's Tale is the only thing that came out today on the store. There's supposedly the Kingdom Hearts VR experience coming tomorrow. Again, still not totally sure about region.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be free, but you might have to make a Japanese account to download that. I cannot find confirmation anywhere that this is going to be released outside of Japan, but it might be.
Man, I got Australia, I got Europe. I haven't done
I
Japan
have
yet.
7 accounts on my PlayStation 4, and they are all different regions. Yeah. All right. Let's.
Somebody's the Chinese writing is asking us. Can
Chinese writing.
Yeah, somebody commented and said it last time. That I don't know.
Can you
what that
guys
says.
give us your favorite games coming out for PSVR for each of you?
this
year?
This year.
I feel like we did that.
We've got a couple episodes that cover that specifically.
Yeah,
we
we've
have
got
a litter box that talks about it. We've got an actual official, one of our...
Yeah, our 2019, like our New Year's video. Des and I both picked 3 games apiece, and that we're very, very excited for 2019. But Jeremy wasn't part of that.
No.
So Jeremy, what excited games are you for 2019?
God, I need to see the titles and the games to be able to tell. Because there's a few coming out that look awesome, but I can't name them right now. Because I don't even know flat screen games really that are coming out right now. Do you know?
Yeah.
It's like the only one I know is Anthem because it's thrown in my face constantly when I log on. I would check an article on IGN or something. So I don't really know what the fuck is coming out for VR this year. I'm excited for
This year.
Yeah. So JD Max,
Hey, JD.
you're on your F-18 listening to the cast. What is an F-18?
He's playing Ace Combat 7.
Right.
Where are you right now?
I haven't played it, Ace Combat.
I know you haven't played it.
Yeah.
but keep up.
I'm on my F18.
Well, I was just thinking, is that like some kind of Ford? Because I thought we were still talking about trucks.
I know, like if you said I'm in
honestly,
my F18. Yeah, but it's like...
Like, no, that's an F-150.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Ah, crap.
I'm very excited to try Ace Combat VR. VR.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can talk about that a little bit, but you know what would be even better than talking about that? I say it's time for some should we or shouldn't we?
Oh, already.
90 seconds up on the clock, with the clock up on the counter, what we always forget about it.
Yeah.
It used to be such an integral part of the show, and now we just kind of forget about it, and then you have to leave, and then it doesn't happen. So it's when we put 90 seconds up on the clock, with the clock up on the counter. Oh, there it is. The way that Jeremy likes it.
Thump.
And we have 90 seconds to tell you, the loyal Gamecast, whether you should or should not be playing and or watching. We only add the watching because Jeremy doesn't play games, and let you know you should be watching or playing the things that we're playing and or watching.
Yes.
Who would like to go first?
Jeremy will go.
All right. Well, on your mark,
get set,
go.
So
It's a timer, humongous.
oh, is it? Ooh, nice timer, Brian.
It's huge.
Can I fit all that time into my life? So
Oh, I can't touch it.
we all know I played Resident Evil, and that was my gaming time for the week. But I did get some time randomly after the kids went to bed to watch or start watching season 2 of The Punisher on Netflix.
Okay.
And I know I was like talking to nobody last night during the stream about it, but I didn't really get much feedback. But so far, I'm liking it. It's definitely a different type of a story than last season, obviously. I guess I would compare it how season 1 and 2 of Jessica Jones were to each other, where this one is definitely slower. I think they're trying to build a little bit more relations between, Frank Castle and the people he's helping, I guess you want to say.
Okay.
Fight scenes are pretty badass so far. And I do like the slow-paced approach in how it's just building up steam. Some people might not agree. But I'm about 7 episodes in. I don't even know how many are for the season, if it's 10, 12. I don't know. But so far, I'm enjoying it. So it's a definite should you. And I had something else to mention, and I can't remember. Oh, I did the Resident Evil 2 demo, the time 30-minute one.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. But like I tend to do, I like to explore everything. So I didn't make much progress.
Okay.
And that's
I'm
fine.
kind of the same way.
I got a feeling for it. And I won't buy it.
Feeling.
Not that it's not a great game, but like I was saying last night, I have so many games I haven't touched that by the time I could play that game, I mean, I could find it at a yard sale,
Yeah, I'm not super stoked for RE2. I think it's beautifully done. I think it's presented very, very well. There's something about I was on the second level of the lobby of the police station, and like I just looked down the hallway, and it was like, it's a long hallway.
Yeah.
Like, and I just looked in, and I'm playing on the Pro, and like, but I don't have a 4K TV.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like what it's upgrading or what it's doing. But I was just like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and I wish this was in VR, because I just can't. I just didn't have the interest. Like when I lay in bed at night, like I pull my Vita out. I'm kind of on this like Castlevania Symphony of the Night kick.
Okay.
Because I finally stopped playing Spelunky for a minute.
Nice, Brian.
and I love that. Like, I'm just like laying in bed trying to like, zone out, go to bed. But other than that, like I'm like when I sit down and play video games, I'm like I want to put that VR headset on and I want to be in that world.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's not. You're right, because when I played the demo, I just played the demo. It wasn't a scary Resident Evil experience since VR, 7. So yes, it was like a good game and it looked great. It's definitely not terrifying like VR is playing a horror game.
I think it'd be impossible to deliver the same level of suspense and scares and that VR brings, just like by nature.
I've never jumped.
You can play a non-scary VR game and still be scared because you're like, anything could happen at any point.
See Amanda's stream of Headmaster last week.
She screamed at the because the ball came from the left and she didn't.
The ball came from the left. There was one time where there was just one of the dummies there in her upper vision.
K Panic gives us $1.99 and writes, Ace Combat is sofa king expensive. Watched BP play.
Hey.
Ace Combat is probably something we should talk about. Actually, I'll just save it for my should we or shouldn't we?
Okay.
Des, are you up next?
I just wanted to say, Joystick, for those of you who aren't watching the chat, Joystick Guru is okay. His whole family's okay.
Oh, good.
They got caught in the same winter storm that we survived as well. So our thoughts go out to you guys.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
good on you. Yeah, be careful out there, folks.
Yeah.
All right, the snowy roads are not something to mess with.
No.
All right. Anyways.
Mark, get
It's
Des.
set.
Go.
Yeah, so it's weird. Like, the only real gaming I've had much time to do is stuff that for episodes that are coming out.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go too much into that specifically. I will say, actually, I think referenced tomorrow, I have been still playing a lot of Borderlands.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, like, I never played the flat version, so there's a lot more depth and there's a lot more to the world than I thought there was.
According to the comments, you're not allowed to have an opinion if you've never played the flat version.
Oh, all right. Well then,
Not these comments.
so let's just
comments
sit
in the review.
Sit for a minute in silence.
Yeah. Also, I'm not allowed to review a MOBA.
No.
Nope.
No, but I no, it's just like I want to give props. Like one thing that I think we never really mentioned in any of our discussions of it is the voice acting. Holy crap!
Oh, it's good.
The
yeah.
voice acting is amazing. Like
Once you get past Claptrap.
Yeah. Once again,
So annoying.
He's always been annoying. Though.
Tiny Tina, I think, may be one of my favorite characters in all of gaming now.
Nice.
She is fantastic. There's a lot of them who are just kind of played straight for laughs because of their appearance. Ellie. But yeah, there's just like, and there is a lot of really interesting world building. Like on the face of it, it just looks like this very sophomoric humor, South Park the game, but not South Park the game. But actually, like with all if you look around for the mission logs and stuff like that, you find some of the world building and the like where Pandora came from. I find it really interesting. So definitely, it's a great shooter, but spend some time exploring too. Yeah, boom, nailed it.
You did.
Nice.
Oh, Mikey, yes. I meant to tell you, Mikey, I made it 11 minutes into Schitt's Creek, as we discussed, but I think that was the next day is when The Punisher went up. I forget. I don't recall, but I love Eugene Levy, and Mikey's like, you got to watch this fucking show, because he was all prepared for the new season.
Oh, I could ask Anthony, friend of the show, Anthony Huang, sorry, was he did stunt work on Daredevil. I don't know if he's done Punisher.
Oh, really? Stunt work on it?
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah?
If you ever see like a short kind of stocky Asian guy in a fight scene, like
It's probably him.
anything now, he's in a lot of stuff.
And,
Yeah.
if you ever want to see him talk about Super Hot, you can go check out our episode of Why We Love Super Hot.
Hey, Anthony, I don't know if you're still watching this, but good on you.
Yeah.
He also drove the Ecto-1 in the last Ghostbusters remake. Yep.
Did you see the
teaser trailer?
Yeah.
Wait. What
I
was
read
it?
it
What
before
was
the
the
teaser.
sigh?
about the next hour?
I just no, the Ghostbusters one, right?
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. It was a good thing. I'm kind of getting over this. Like, let's remake everything.
Oh, I know. I hate that.
But not only just like remake everything. It's like, oh, you know what? The remake didn't work, so now we're just gonna dig up all the old guys and put it out there. Yeah.
Well, I hope they don't dig up.
Yeah,
Hal
well,
Ramis.
yeah, that's
That
poor
might-
choice
that
of
might be-
words.
I kind of want them to. So I think with that one is that they always wanted to do an actual Harold
Dan
Ramis and
Aykroyd always wanted to do it.
But Bill Murray was like, no,
Yeah.
from what I hear, if the script was good enough, he would be involved.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Then they ended up making this new one. It was a reboot.
And the script was horrible.
I did not enjoy that. I tried twice and I fell asleep both times.
Yeah, I didn't see it, so
Michelle and I rented it
Yeah,
and watched it here,
yeah,
knowing the bad reviews. And we're like, it can't be as bad as all that,
yeah.
right? And like 30 minutes in, I looked at her and I was like, do we have to keep watching this? And she was
wow.
like, this is terrible. And
Okay.
we pushed through it just so we could have an opinion.
Yeah.
But our opinion is the same as everyone else's. It's fucking awful. It's horribly written. It's horribly acted. It's not funny. And they
Yeah.
try to be like over the top, wacky
too
funny.
much.
Yeah.
You can just tell that they're improvising half the lines because it's just not well written.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
One of the actresses is very upset, and she actually said a lot of nasty things on like Twitter. I guess I was reading from articles.
She's upset about what?
That they're making a sequel to the originals. That like she felt they're saying "fuck you" to the women cast, that men can do it better. There's a whole big thing.
But that's ridiculous. If I don't think anyone is saying that the woman cast was bad.
No,
Everyone,
they're all
there-
super
there's-
funny.
there's a lot of people
Those
who are saying that.
characters are funny people.
People with fucking half intelligence.
Okay,
The
there you go.
actresses, I should
Right.
say, are funny.
yeah.
Yeah, they're fine,
Super
but
funny.
it was just so poorly written. It was meant. It was written as a straight up comedy,
Yeah.
and like a goofy comedy. Like Ghostbusters to me has always been one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's funny, but
Not it happened to be funny. I mean, it had comedy in mind, but not like
right. It was
it's hard to
subtle. It was
explain.
more subtle humor.
Yeah.
It wasn't over the top slapstick comedy, and that's exactly what this remake was.
Yeah.
They really missing the. I think whoever wrote this new movie never saw Ghostbusters 1 or 2 and understood that like these are dark movies and they are like supposed to be a little bit scary.
Yeah.
But like have that comedic tone from like
I just hope there's someone as influential as Ivan Reitman helping to pull back Dan Aykroyd, because if you ever heard the story, like the original Ghostbusters script, it's like this 500-page monster.
Oh, really?
That's
It
basically
went
like,
everywhere.
Yeah, like
Space,
Dan
right?
Aykroyd, as much as I think he's very funny as an actor, as a comedian, he's got some really interesting beliefs out there, and he just crammed the original script just full of all of that.
Really?
If you want to see like unbridled Dan Aykroyd, what was that? Oh God, what was that god awful movie with John Candy and Demi Moore?
Nothing to.
Nothing but trouble.
Nothing but trouble.
That's what unbridled Dan Aykroyd will get you.
Yeah.
So as long as there's someone else kind of like
Is that Chevy
driving
Chase
the reins
too?
on there. Yes, Chevy Chase. Yes.
And Dan Aykroyd lost the
Yeah.
tip of his nose and the dick tip was on it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just. It's just a lot of potentially very bad things all coming together.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, I'm sort of glad that they're kind of washing their hands of the last remake.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know what, that didn't work. Like,
Yeah.
let's give people what they actually wanted.
Yeah.
And let's hope it's actually what we want.
I hope so. And that's one thing they should have left alone. Even part 2, I kind of
Vigo the Carpathian.
wish didn't come out.
It wasn't that good.
No.
But it was better than
Yeah.
what we got after that.
It was definitely better.
I will say, if Bill Murray did sign on, like he's not someone who just doesn't something for money.
Did he yet, though? I heard that he didn't.
He didn't. Okay.
Dan Aykroyd had said the script's so good, there's no way he won't. Even if he
well.
comes back as just a ghost, they said he'll do it.
Bill Murray is
We'll see how
the
that goes.
yeah
Yeah.
manic pixie dream girl, but of like actors.
On your mark, get set, go. Ace Combat 7. Obviously, I want to have a review up on the channel. I wanted to have a review up on the channel before. It's very, very immersive. It might be one of the coolest PlayStation VR experiences there is. However, it is a bonus.
Sorry, Matt asked me to blow him a kiss. Go on.
It is a bonus. You're getting yourself into a whole lot of fucking trouble.
That's too late.
It's a bonus for PlayStation VR owners, PlayStation 4 purchasers who happen to have a PSVR headset. That's how it needs to be looked at. If you have a PlayStation VR and you're not going to play the flat screen version of Ace Combat 7, you should probably skip this. However amazing it is, unless money again is no object for you, like $60 for something that you're going to spend like an hour, maybe 2 hours with is I mean, that's expensive. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
You're going to love it. I guarantee no matter how much you spend, you're going to love it and you're going to want to play these missions over and over again, but there's only 3 missions. You do unlock things. So it's, there's a little bit of replayability, and it is such a cool experience that you're going to want to play it more than once. It's just expensive. I will have an actual review up of the PlayStation VR portion later this week. Also, I want to give a shout out to Kingdom of Blades. Kingdom of Blades is obviously very much a Fruit Ninja clone. But it's fairly well done.
Okay.
And Fruit Ninja's going for $15 on the PlayStation Store for Fruit Ninja VR. This is $10, and it actually has more content, more game modes, more weapons to buy and armor to buy, and like it gives a little bit of depth to the Fruit Ninja formula. Tracking's perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Because Amanda was asking about Fruit Ninja.
Yeah.
For a potential stream, like, well, I mean, it's Fruit Ninja and it's in VR.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
really
pretty
good.
cool, but it's still just Fruit Ninja. There's not. I can't see streaming that for an hour.
It's also hard to talk while you're playing Fruit Ninja or Kingdom of Blades.
Okay, well, that's a good point too.
Yeah,
All right.
those comments are gonna be popping up and blocking her view, and she's gonna be trying to slice fruit. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Oh my God,
disaster.
yeah.
Oh, that could be annoying.
Yeah.
Which would actually be enjoyable to watch, because I love many things about Amanda, but
Everybody
watching her.
comment to fuck with her.
Yeah. Okay, I know. Pretty much, just getting watching her get upset at games is kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Great. Alrighty. Jesus.
Did someone say something that was like a Tiny Tina expansion for Borderlands?
There was a ton
I
of
heard them
a
saying
ton of
something
non-VR DLC back in the day.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Okay. Anyways, but yes, Dan Aykroyd is absolutely. Yeah, he writes this from the perspective of someone who believes this is all really happening. So
he's big into the
yeah.
paranormal.
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, and the
super
occult.
big into it. Yeah. And I think even the first his first hack at it wasn't even a comedy really. So that was monstrous.
Yeah, it was like a franchise, and they
It
were
was-
all set in
yeah.
time in different locations,
Yes,
and they
yep.
could travel through space and time.
Yeah.
I believe.
Wait. What is this?
The
again?
Ghostbusters.
His original
Oh,
script, Ghostbusters.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's notorious as just this,
Tim and
master
Belushi, right?
tone. No, I think he wrote the first one solo.
Okay.
And then basically Ivan Reitman was like, okay, Dan, that's the thing. Let's get rid of 60% of this and then fix the remaining 40% and make it something that people will want to watch. But
all right, let's see what else we got here. I want to head on over to the PlayStation Store and see if there's any sales. We obviously want to keep track of
Metcat's
sales.
got to go. I don't know if this is
Metcat,
current. Bye, Metcat. I blew you a kiss in case you
I
noticed.
think Amanda would like Oh My Genesis.
Oh my
Who's
Lanta.
that, Dave Station?
No,
Jesus
that
Christ.
is. I'm sorry, that is Berber Cat.
Oh, hey, Berber Cat.
I've never even heard of this.
Wow.
What is?
It's old.
It's a VR game.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super duper cheap. It's only a couple bucks on the store. Yeah, maybe it's interesting, I guess.
right.
I don't really have much of an opinion on it. Strangely.
Okay.
I didn't review it, which means I didn't spend enough time with it to have an opinion.
Yeah, I for now at least we want to kind of keep it to things that at least I've played before. That way, when I'm kind of there in the room, I can help talk her through things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This no chance for getting motion sickness in Oh My Genesis though. So
Okay.
at least there's that.
Wait, is that like that God one with like the planets?
Yeah.
Okay.
We at some point we were gonna do a Why We Love PSVR episode
Yes,
on
alright.
it, and to give myself an excuse to take out time and play it.
That's a new DLC pack there, Madman Tiny Tuna. That's part of a Fisherman's Tale.
So the only problem with going back and first of all, I haven't actually finished the campaign in the VR Borderlands, and to play all these expansions, I assume I'll have to go back and buy the flat version of Borderlands, and I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and your progress won't carry over. So
yeah. Oh, that's even doubly awful.
yeah, you don't want to do that.
It's weird. Like I've experienced the feelings that all the flat gamers did just in reverse.
Yeah. It's for as someone who never played Borderlands before, I'm extremely happy with the amount of content we got. If you don't miss what you don't have if you don't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And there's always hope those expansions will come to VR.
You never know.
there's also hope for that for sure.
They'll just re-release the game with all of the content as the VR Game of the Year one.
Game of the Year edition.
Yeah,
Nice.
and you'll buy it again.
Boy, there is a whole lot of nothing on sale this week that I saw Guns and Stories go by.
Does anyone know how to make the gold keys thing work?
I have a full tutorial that Ted Witten sent me on Facebook.
Okay.
If you want to
All right.
look at that. But
Do I care enough to make it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how invested you are. He sent me all this information, and I was like,
Is it just like slightly better weapons, or is it just the same random chance? Because if it's like massively better weapons, I'll do it. But if it's really going to be like
I'll show
5%
you,
increase?
I'll show you the
Yeah.
email because it's not something that I don't have time. Like Borderlands, I committed myself to playing a certain amount to get a review done.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I can't wait to get back into this. But who has time for that? I don't.
Yeah.
This is like advice I gave Amanda, and actually I'm going to give it to everybody else here. If you try a new game in VR that's awful, or you hate it, or makes you sick or something, don't leave that session with that feeling. Go back and play something you enjoy for a little bit. Yeah. And that's what I was doing with the game we're going to be talking about soon. I was having a very difficult time with. So I was like, you know what? I need to take a break. I'm going to drop into something I like, and I was able to end my session happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to look over the comments here.
In Death had an update. Wolfie Smith says, the new update in Death killed my run. 4.5 hours lost. Purgatory 4 with full health and 1,000,000 points.
Oh no!
Pissed me right off.
Wow.
Is it wiping progress? Is that what's happening?
I don't know. That is something. That's something to check out.
I just saw I fired up my right before we came here, and I saw that the update had hit, but I hadn't actually dropped in. Give us some more info if you can.
Yeah, Skibby, you can get it all, the collection, 15, but it'll be on flat screen.
Yeah, so I mean, only $15. That definitely makes it better. But with all the other stuff I've got to play, especially if I have to play it all over again.
And changing
the
the format to be on a flat screen.
Well, I don't mind that so much. I finally have a flat screen downstairs. Oh, by the way, we get a. No, I told you that. Never mind. Studio B now has a TV.
Hey, so I don't mind playing. I mean, of course, I don't mind playing flat screen games. Still enjoy them if I can ever get around to playing them. But I can never play one in VR and then continue. I tried Resident Evil when it first came out, 7. Played in VR, it was incredible. Yeah. And then I remember Brian and I were discussing, probably on the podcast with Michelle. So we tried it flat screen at one point, and it was like totally a different game. Yeah, it's like, it's a shooter. And that was it. Resident Evil 7 flat screen as opposed to VR. Yeah. Trying it out, it's like,
It's kind of I don't know if it's the way that they present the game in non-VR.
Yeah.
but it feels, and I know this is going to sound dumb,
Flat?
it feels really flat. It
Yeah.
feels
Yeah.
like it does. Like, I've played plenty of first-person shooters. I've played plenty of like first-person games on a flat screen before.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7 feels extremely flat, and maybe it's because I've played so much VR version.
It's so
Yeah.
different.
It feels
Oh yeah.
almost bad.
Yeah.
I always tell people, oh, it's a fine game in non-VR,
Mhm.
but don't play it in non-VR because
That's-
you'll ruin the experience.
What's the title that's coming out that looks like, God, it was that old PC and Xbox game. Son of a bitch. It was
Doom?
like Morrowind, Elder Scrolls type of thing. You start out in a prison and you get the key, you get out and you're in these caverns. Brian, you're the only person I knew that knew this game.
Shadowrun.
Nope.
Oh, Shadowrun. That's
Not
amazing.
Not
Oh,
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun
This
in
is
VR.
like, you know,
But with the text-based interface.
no, this is swords and like goblins and fire type of shit.
Oh wait, I was saying Shadowgate actually, not
Yeah,
Shadowrun.
so was I.
Yeah, no.
Even better. When I'm wrong, everybody's wrong.
No, wasn't that?
What in the fuck are you talking about? So you start off in a prison,
Yes.
and you're in. Wait, and why are we talking about this?
Because there's a game coming out for VR
Yeah.
that looks and reminded me very much of that title that I am looking forward to. And it was out on the last coming out this week, maybe. Which games did you do in the coming out the PSVR this week?
And this week it was. You're probably thinking of Rune.
Maybe it was Rune.
Maybe it was Rune.
That one looks pretty sweet. That one's in the caverns a lot and the spells and
I'm sure.
all that kind of shit.
Yeah, it
Mage's
looked,
Tale?
It looked a lot like the Wizards.
No, it wasn't the Mage's Tale. God damn it, I can't think of the name.
It looks a lot like the-
Arx Fatalis.
Yeah,
ARX.
Yeah.
Fatalis.
Yeah, I had that on OG Xbox.
Yeah, me too.
I can't believe you were referencing that game.
Yeah, that was when I was thinking. It
That's
reminded
the
me
one.
just of it when I saw the preview of it. That one I'm looking forward to.
And Texatron did say that he ends all of his gaming sessions with Little Star to go out with a bang. So
And there you have it.
I
What-
still can't get that to work. Not that I've tried
Texatron,
to-
what is your new logo? He asked like way earlier in the chat. He goes, what everyone think of my new logo?
Oh.
is
And
that the star? Is that from Red Matter? Maybe.
I don't know.
And it's very, very little, and I'm old.
I can't even.
I was trying to open his page and I can't. Yeah, I can't. That's ridiculous.
Wizards in VR does look pretty sweet, but now it's like after that dev interview, I want to play.
Hi,
it
J
with
Meow.
Hello.
Yeah,
with
Shadow,
the rudder.
Shadow Legend looks good. The rudder. I hated the concept of the 3D rudder. I was like, who wants this? You know, if I'm going to sit down,
Yeah.
I want to use a DualShock 4, and I'm already going to be able to use my analog stick to have full locomotion, no problem whatsoever. If I'm sitting down, I don't need this thing. But man, he really did give a. It's a little star icon.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
He gave some good points. If you're going to sit down and you want full locomotion and you want it to dual wield, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the
You
argument
can
right
like
there.
wave around and be like, beep, beep.
Yeah, I'm still not sold. I mean, I guess we got to try it.
Yeah.
And maybe it's going to be like earth shaking. Like, oh my gosh, every game has to support this. But and for that price and to take real estate in my living room, it's got to be pretty special.
Oh, hey, Baka no Inu-chan.
Mhm.
Warbot. I think he asked earlier if anybody's played Warbot and what they think, and now he's there's nothing for reviews.
Yeah, I saw Polish Paul playing. He was totally out of breath.
Yeah.
It looks like Rock'em Sock'em Robots,
Okay.
but apparently you have to actually fight.
You're actually
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not like really looking forward to playing this one, and because you guys know, but at this point, like I'll just if I don't get a review key for something, I just buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was this came out on a week with like 5 other games,
Right.
and I've spent a ridiculous amount of money on VR games this month. And I reached out to the developer for a review key, saying if he sends one, I'll review it.
Yeah.
Right. And that's in no response whatsoever.
Okay.
So at this point, there are certain concessions I have to make.
Yeah.
You know, like I was going to pass on Ace Combat 7, but so many people are interested in hearing about it that I'm like, okay, well, so I ponied up to $60 in Bodies Combat 7. For just the VR portion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to do what I got to do. If there's like 1,000 people out there that want a Warbot review, then of course I'll go buy it.
Yeah.
But man, there are so many other games in the backlog of reviews that need to come first.
It didn't look that interesting to me until I found out, like you said, you're actually physically doing the fighting. Like if I'm using my DS to control 2 Rock'em Sock'em Robots, I am out.
Are you using a
yeah.
DS in VR? Sorry.
I mean, sorry.
That was horrible.
Well, that's pixel ripped.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Best game fighting. Okay.
Yeah, did Creed go on sale somewhere recently? Because I just suddenly got like an influx of new comments on the Creed review.
Yeah.
Okay.
And whenever something goes on sale somewhere,
That's
generally what happens. And man, it is so funny seeing comments about some of these older games. Not older. I mean, Creed's not that old, but like almost one after another, I got one comment saying, "Creed's the best fighting game. This is so amazing. I love every moment of this."
Yeah.
And then the next comment that came through like an hour later was some dude being like, "Oh, you can barely control your guy. This sucks. This is the worst thing I've ever made. Don't even try it."
I was like, yeah.
Are you guys playing the same game? Yeah. Right? Creed's awesome. You definitely play Creed. Good stuff.
All right.
I don't want to kill this early. But this is a slow week.
Yeah, it's
been
a
a
slow
week.
week.
I have a lot of work to do. I got to get my Fisherman's Tale review done. I got to get on Ace Combat 7, and with any luck, I might have a date later. So,
And I have to go rake my roof.
I got to go buy some Long Johns, a
Whoa.
new belt.
whoa, Long Johns?
Heck yeah.
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 Yeah. How do you think I shoveled for 2 hours yesterday?
Okay, I didn't know that people still wore those.
Oh, heck
Yeah, I haven't in the last 2 years because I threw away my old pair of Long Johns because they, after time, become longer.
stretch out,
being
yeah.
stretched.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I was done bunching them up. So I need some new Long Johns. I need new winter gloves. I need a new belt. Guess what? I was told. I went and bought a new belt a couple of months ago, right? And I'm telling you, every goddamn belt I put on, I'm like, it's on the fucking last loop. And I have like this much left over. And the guy definitely seemed qualified, who I asked.
The belt salesman.
The belt salesman definitely seemed qualified for styles and know what I needed. So I took his advice, bought it, couple months later, I went back, more recently now, to go get a belt and be like, hey, remember that belt I got last time? There's so much hanging over. What is smaller than the 30? And he goes, you're going to have to go into the children's.
Yeah.
And can I tell you a story about my...
I thought we couldn't fit the other way. I thought you were like trying to put them, and they were too small. Oh, okay, it's
too much.
It's too
I
big.
gotta get a
Okay,
kid size.
Gotcha.
Jeremy's in the small percentage of the population that's losing weight too fast.
That's what I was trying to parse here. It's like I have exactly the opposite problem. I'm a little jealous.
So I have a weird figure. I'm short. My arms are short. I got a barrel type of chest, that looks like it would be, strength, but no, it's just, barrel shaped. So I always had trouble buying a windbreaker. I always wanted a North Face windbreaker, right?
Always
and
wanted one.
It was always so tight. I know, it's like weird dream. I want a North Face windbreaker. And I never
Dreams
could
do come
do
true.
this. It was always so tight. So, long story short, 3 years back when I was getting ready to go over to Europe, when, significant other was over there for a few months for schooling, I wanted a windbreaker. I'm like, I need one, gonna get one. So I saw one in particular, certain size, happened to be a medium. I put it on, and I'm like, holy goddamn shit. This fits perfect. Buying it. So I bought it, brought it home, hung it in my closet. I'm asleep. I'm telling you, boom, like that. I became conscious for a moment, and I said, that's a woman's jacket. I know it. And I fell back asleep. Woke up in the next morning, took it out. I'm like, yeah, it's a woman's medium, and that's why it fits perfect on my chest. And I remember not tearing off the tags and going to work and be like, hey, blank at work. Yeah. And I put on my coat, and I'm like, what do you think of this coat? And he's like, yeah, it looks nice. Because I figured if anybody was going to know, people at work would be like,
Right.
that's
Yeah,
a woman's jacket.
Yeah.
So no one noticed, so I tore the tags off, and
And I never wore it again.
And now everybody knows.
So self-conscious.
I wear it all. I don't give a shit. I started telling people, like, hey, if it's great, it's a woman's jacket,
I mean, it's 2019. Like, nothing matters anymore.
I don't care.
Everyone's gender fluid. Nothing fucking matters anymore.
Right?
Buy something that looks good and be happy with it.
That's it. Like the snow pants I wear
Yeah.
are my ex-wife's from when she was 16 years old. Still fit. They fit actually a little too big.
We've totally gone off the rails. So if you're looking for more PlayStation VR content, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll bye.
But since we're having this conversation on air, so I gained so much weight in the last year. I you can actually watch me gain weight. Like if you go back and watch the
Yeah.
videos, like I gained like 40 pounds over the last 18 months.
Wow.
Yeah, 18 months, 40 pounds.
Wow.
And so, and so like I'd gotten to the point where like nothing fit. You know, like t-shirts were too tight, and jeans were like really a struggle.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, I refuse to buy bigger jeans. I refuse to because I'd rather lose the weight and fit into all my old clothes than buy new clothes. I finally conceded this week.
Aww.
These pants fit so good. These pants fit so good. They're so comfortable. It's the first time I've been happy in like a month because I'm like comfortable in the pants that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm just going to be happy at this weight and buy new clothes because it's easier than losing it.
Yeah. I would say, going back to the Long John's thing, I do miss, I had a pair of Carhartt overalls. Those,
nice.
they undo the need for Long Johns, but I don't have those anymore for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
I still have my Carhartt jacket, which is nice, but man, nothing beats the Carhartt like coveralls. They're
Cornerstone
freaking
City
amazing.
777. Gender fluid is a myth.
Oh man, we're going in there. All right.
Oh, I'm reading it as a joke. We're not gonna make that a platform.
My daughter was like, was it okay for men to get married back in George Washington time? Like, Zoe, it wasn't okay when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like, this has changed in my lifetime.
Yeah.
So,
Which is, I wish they would
it's
just...
not okay now in some places.
I know, and that's ridiculous. They should just... And you love somebody, you want to be with them forever, who cares? Go for it.
I'm getting political now, though.
Yeah, we'll stay.
We were obviously a very open-minded group of individuals.
Yes. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
We don't discriminate against anybody except for people who discriminate against people.
Yes.
And even there, we'll...
Yeah, we'll just delete your comments. We're very tolerant people for sure.
Yeah.
So talk to me.
So I was just like, is Little Star now sponsoring the chat? Because that's all I was talking about.
Crazy.
Right? I made a cheesecake the other day.
So now there's someone I would take a sponsorship from. Maybe
Little Star?
not games, but like one of those. Yeah, Little Star. You want to throw some money? We'll slap a logo.
I mean, I feel like we're all weird enough that like being sponsored by. I mean, Little Star at this point is synonymous with VR porn. Right. Like they do other things, but like that's the only thing anyone uses it for. So,
I wish I could get it to work. I can't.
Yeah. Cornerstone City. That I change my gender every minute. So just for a counterpoint.
Oh, it just happened.
It just happened.
Do you see it?
It's craziness. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, guys. That pretty much does it for another episode of PSVR GamesCast Live.
Yeah.
Sorry for diving into controversial topics. That's not generally what we do.
And then leaving.
And then leaving. Fight amongst yourselves.
It's like, here's a grenade. Go.
But we've got a ton of content planned for the rest of the week, and of course, I feel like we really we carbo load early in the week. It's like Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays are like here's like 17 videos, and then like I sleep on Thursday.
Yeah.
Right, and then just nothing happens. But at least we got.
We have Fridays.
But we have Amanda playing every Thursday now.
Yeah.
Actually, and just a quick change on
what's
time.
Fridays?
I meant Thursdays.
Okay.
I don't know why I said Fridays. We said originally 10 o'clock. We're going to bump that up to 9:30. That's our goal. Basically, I get home from the club, get it set up, and from now on, hopefully, she's going to start. So the stream will start with her instead of with the awkward handing over the headset.
Cool.
So
cool, yeah, and hopefully comments will start working again soon. And because we'd really like to see Amanda be one-on-one with the comments instead of you having to read them to her. That it was just kind of a messy.
Yeah, she was really upset about how the last one went, just because most of what Headmaster. Oh, that's what I was going to do for my. Anyways, most of what makes
on your mark,
green ooze.
No, it was just most of what makes Headmaster great is the narration, is kind of the stuff that's going on in the background. But between me having to read the comments out to her and her concentrating on the game, it wasn't our best moment. But I think she was a trooper and kind of pulled something out of it anyway. So, yeah,
she's on. I just saw her. Where did she?
Oh, was she? I thought I missed her in the chat.
No, that's not her.
That's not her.
No, Mrs. Des.
Oh,
I think her YouTube name is still Mrs. Des.
Wait, what's the one that you're pointing to?
Abe Lincoln.
Oh,
you're talking to eight. What?
Oh, I thought. What the hell's your last name?
Blinn.
Just B-L-I-N.
Dude,
2 N's.
Abe Lincoln's been around forever, man. He's an old school game cat.
You know what? I was thinking Amanda Blinn.
Nope. All right, guys.
Anyways,
we got to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out and not talking about PlayStation VR games with us.
Yes.
Next week maybe we'll be a little bit more organized, and I think more stuff is happening next week. We're talking about
Tommy the Cat in the VR hat.
Love that
Great name. Hey, just arrived. What have I missed?
Everything.
Bye.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you again. We love you all, and we will see you
next week.
Is that how this goes? Next week?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, and sorry, J-Dow. J-Dow. We'll use your intro next week.